Truck is coming out of the shop. One, I ended up getting a screw in the tire, which I ended up finding out or getting on our way to our pickup. We left the yard and left the yard, went up the street to the Pilot to get fuel, passenger side. All I was hearing is air. I looked down at the tire and there was a big ass screw in it. It was like that long. So I'll put a picture of it right here. And now we still got to go pick up our load. So yeah. So we got a load that picks up in Stockton. It was supposed to be picked up at 10 o'clock. It is now 11:06. We had OS&D. We had like a pallet of coffee creamer because I guess 2 of them were damaged or whatnot. So they rejected the whole pallet. And then we came here. And yeah. So now we're on our way to go pick up our next load. Our next load is preloaded, which is a good thing, because we wouldn't have made on-time pickup. Well, we would have. I would have just went and picked up the load, then came back. So that's where we're at right now. And then yeah, now my student's on his way over, and we're about to hook back up to the trailer, and then go pick up our load. So yeah. All right, everybody. So we're here in Utah. That came out of there. Go sitting up there. Gotta replace this. The floater that sits around the sensor that goes up here is not floating. It's just at the bottom. Let me see if I can do it so you can hear it. There's a little clicking that you could hear in there. I don't know if you heard it or not, but yeah. But anyways, yeah, that's the old one. And we just now put on the new one, which I didn't know, but that was my fault. I bought this one, 200 some bucks. $210 for this. I didn't know it came with the one. So yeah. So now I just got an extra one just in case. And now it's gonna be clear. You see how clean it is compared to how stained that one is. So far, whenever your radiator goes out, that I noticed, because this is my second truck replacing the radiator. Replace radiator and replace this because it's gonna go out. The last time I had to replace it, there was little holes on here that I was just patching up, trying to get by real quick. And then the radiator had one also, but it was small. So yeah, this will go out around the same time your radiator will, before or after. So that's what I'm learning on that. But you come back here, I have an issue with my fifth wheel not wanting to hook up to a trailer. And this is why I hate the new system where you push a button and it releases your fifth wheel. You got the air coming through here, and I don't got my light on. It connects to this. I don't know the freaking proper name to it, but this is the mechanism that slides back and forth to unlock your fifth wheel. While this piece right here is not letting go of the extra air once it releases. So this piece right here needs to be replaced. Because right now, when you look at it, you could hear it, but usually you can't even pull it. It's just stiff. It's just like stuck because there's so much pressure buildup, to where I figured out, I was like, okay, so that's stiff. And I was like looking at the airline. So one day in Texas, I took this off, disconnected it from right here because it's push and pull, and then this whole arm handle loosened up and everything. So I plugged it back in, and then it automatically just hooked up to the trailer. So if you have that issue with your fifth wheel not wanting to hook up, and this is like hard as a rock and it won't move, that's most likely the reason why. And then on top of that, while I'm here, because the main reason why I'm here was to replace, this brake pad, these brake pads on this side. This side is still pretty good. I was gonna replace them both, but the money that I'm putting, almost dropped you. The money I'm putting out, it's just, yeah. So brakes, this is like 75, 80 bucks, which I was gonna rig it and do a different way, put a T over here and put a release valve right here so I could just flip it. But I was able to get one of those because at first they were selling the whole kit, which was like $700, comes down to like $900 for the whole kit for that. But they're able to sell me this piece. And then the surge tank. So in reality, you got the new one that I bought and the old one. So I got two spares. Great. My bad, y'all. My favorite. That is not the part we're replacing. Well, mechanic says that was it, but technically it's not. It's this. Of course, part number. The only thing is, mechanic doesn't know where that goes, but he'll find it in a second. So we just got that to do, and then the brake, and then we should be good to go. Got this taken care of.
Alright, let's try that fifth wheel real quick.
What's up, everybody? Now, last place we left off, we were in Utah. Got the surge tank, got the new surge tank. I ended up buying the motor for the washing fluid, windshield washing fluid tank, because every time I put fluid in there, it would leak out of the motor air section. It's just a little motor, just pops in and pops out. I ended up getting that. I put it on myself because it's easy. Also with the fifth wheel, because it didn't want to release, or it didn't want to lock after you released it when you disconnect from a trailer. As you've seen, we got that part put in there. That's working. I also got that brake replaced. Got that brake changed. Now when we left, we went and delivered our load. Now the load the load was delivered on time. No issues there. But I still had the engine amber light on and the wrench light on. Well, it's supposed to go away after a small period of time. Well, it never went away, and they never cleared the code on it. I did get a engine will derate code on there. And it was talking about my DEF pump / dozer, but it didn't do that until I got DEF at the Utah terminal. And I haven't been up in Utah in a while, so it was like code up there. So the next morning when I put the truck in the shop, that's when it came on and it went on. And it showed. Well, they said everything was fine, everything was done. I was like, cool. But then the lights should have went away. Well, the lights never went away. Got a load going to Texas. Now, on the way to Texas, the engine will derate came on once. A couple miles later, it went off. Now, got to Texas, I ended up having to drive after a student. He made it to Albuquerque, and I took over from there, and I drove to Wichita Falls within my 8 hours, or Wichita, Texas, within my 8 hours. Shut down there, took a 2-hour nap, got up, and then he ended up driving. But yeah, so when I got over here, because that engine will derate crap came on yesterday, and yeah, it did go away, of course, but took it to the shop this morning or afternoon. The codes are showing on there, so I asked them, I was like, well, could you delete it? Because everything was gone, it's just an amber light and the wrench light was on. So he was like, all right, yeah, bet. So he deletes it, but my coolant, the stupid coolant was still showing active. And I'm sitting there, I was more worried and tripping out because I just changed the surge tank, changed the sensor. It's like, what the hell? Well, that little piece that connects to the sensor, I'm cooking something right now. That little piece that connects to the sensor was the only thing that I could think of. So today I had to take the student to the truck stop so he'd get whatever. So I was like, all right. So I called Kenworth in Fontana, asked him about the harness. I think it's called the harness, but I'll put a picture up so you can see what it looks like. It comes in pieces. So I thought it was gonna be like an actual connector, the connector with the wires, so all I gotta do is snip, and yeah, no, you gotta basically, you're just replacing that whole little plastic piece that connects into the sensor. So I ended up doing that and looked over some things, and what, lo and behold, I've got no more lights, no more engine lights, everything's good. So yeah, I ended up getting that done, and now I'm making something to eat. We gotta deliver our load at 5 in the morning in Vernon, and then from there we got a load that picks up in Paris, California. And I'm talking too much. In Paris, California, going up to Vegas. So from there, so after we deliver at 5 in the morning, we're headed to Vegas. And yeah, I try to see if I could get my student upgraded today, but he still was 17 hours short. And yeah, you have to have at least, depending on, like, if I'm gonna upgrade you early, you have to have at least 21 days out of the month that you're on the Mentor's truck, at least 21 days, and a total of 160 hours. So that's how they work that there. If I think that you're able to upgrade a lot sooner. But he does, today's the day 20, but he's 17 hours short. So yeah, but with that being said, I hope you guys had some type of an idea how I felt. I haven't really been recording because it's just been whatever. So hope you guys like it, and maybe not. Yeah, probably get it. Like I said, thanks again. You guys have a good one, and see you guys on the next one.